Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Fitumelo Musenohi. If you are here for the first time, I want to just take a moment to thank you for being here. I hope you learned something. I hope the information that I share here will resonate with you, and don't forget to click the subscriber button. I hope you'll stay here until the end of this video. Today, I just want to talk about taking the leap. You know, it's difficult for most of us. If you look at the two previous videos, I was talking about doubt. I was talking about where it comes from, and I was sharing from my own perspective how I believe we should deal with that doubt, right? And how we should handle it so that we end up being successful in our pursuits. Now, it's easy to judge yourself, right? We judge ourselves. We are the most critical people of ourselves. We criticize ourselves more than other people. If we had to be honest, in my own observation, we criticize ourselves more than other people would criticize us, right? Now, I just want to talk about taking a step towards that thing. What is holding you back from starting? What is holding you back from taking the first step? I know we look at ourselves and we look at the fact that we are inadequate. For example, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel for whatever reason. You want to start a YouTube channel, you've got a lot of information that you believe people can actually benefit from. Or there's a lot of content that you want to create, that you want to put on YouTube, you want to do it on TikTok, you want to do it on Facebook, any other platform. But you are afraid to start for whatever reason, whether it's fear, it's doubt, it's imposter syndrome, all these things, whatever that is holding you back. Why are you allowing that thing to hold you back? Why are you allowing the things that you believe that you are not capable of, or that your shortcomings, to stop you from doing the things that you want to do? I believe in just doing it afraid. Move with the fear, with that sweat. It's like when I was learning to drive. I used to drive after I bought my car, I used to drive and I would sweat like nobody's business. I would be sweating like nobody's business. And I used to think it only happens to me, until I spoke to some of my colleagues and some of them shared the same experiences, the same way they feel, that they made me believe and see that there's nothing wrong with me. It's normal because of anxiety, because it's something new that you're not used to, but as you drive, you get used to driving, the sweats disappear, you get confidence in driving and all of that. So it's the same as any other thing that you want to do. For example, I'll tell you about my story starting YouTube. Even now, I started YouTube. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a mic. Even now, I don't have a mic. I didn't have a ring. Okay, I think I had a ring light. Right now, I don't have a ring light. That is why I think some of my videos, sometimes I'm struggling, because I would then be recording at night and the light is not proper and all of that. But I never allowed that to stop me. I never allowed that to stop me from starting my YouTube video. I had an idea of how I wanted my YouTube channel to be. I wanted to have videos where I am alone. I talk like this. I'm doing motivational videos, or I share the how-tos and how I believe certain things should work towards your own self-empowerment, towards achieving your goals, right? That was the first thing. The second thing was having a podcast where I interview people, and it would have been ordinary people, not celebrities, people like that I know who are succeeding or who have succeeded in their endeavors, right? In their careers, running a business, or anything like that. I would have had them here to come and share with us their journeys, how they've been able to succeed with the challenges that they faced, how they overcame them, just to share how they were empowered or how they were able to self-empower themselves towards achieving the things that they've achieved in their lives. So when I started that and I engaged some of the people, and I just got disappointments. People were not forthcoming anymore, and these were all people that I had approached. I must admit, if you see this video, I didn't ask everyone, but there are some people that I had in the list. I think about 4 people that I had to start the first 4 episodes of interviewing them that I had approached, and for some reason it was one thing after the other, and then that just fell through and I never pursued it further. But that didn't stop me from continuing with the other part of my YouTube channel. I continued, hence you're watching this video. The other thing is that I'm not really the most eloquent person in the world. I have my R's, my A, my N, I don't speak perfectly. I listen to myself sometimes, but that never stopped me from continuing to record videos and talk. Because for me, the most important thing is to speak. I have something that I want to share, and I just come here and I share it. And if you look at my videos, they're not edited at all. In fact, when I do reach 500 subscribers, which I hope will be soon, I think I'll get someone who will edit my videos for me, and maybe you'll start seeing a difference in my videos. But I've had this channel since 2022. I must say that there were other times where I was not consistent. There were times along the way where there was breaks, where I was not recording, where I was not I was not uploading any videos. But still, I started this channel in 2022. I've been coming back and I've been uploading videos here, on YouTube, and I hope that you've been learning a lot. That is despite me not being eloquent. That is despite me not being able to edit my videos. I tried. It's too much work. It's too cumbersome. It requires a lot of time. It's just frustrating. It's not something that I actually would like to do. I would prefer if I've got somebody who's willing to make small change, who will quickly edit my videos for me, because I also don't want my videos to be too edited. I want them to still be original. I want myself, but I don't know, just minimal editing. I want somebody who's gonna do that. But I don't have that right now. I do a little bit of editing there and there. I reduce the background noise. I do certain things. I add subtitles sometimes. But all of these things that I'm saying, they never stop me from starting my YouTube channel. And I'm using my YouTube channel as an example. There are a lot of things that you would want, maybe you want to study. You could be wanting to study. You could be wanting to start a business. You could be wanting to do something, to write a book, to start writing articles, to pursue a side hustle, live your life a certain way, start exercising. There's a lot of things that you perhaps have an idea in your head that you want to do certain things. And perhaps it's time. This is your sign to start now. With you not being fully 100% equipped. Nobody started when they were knowing exactly what they were doing. We all have to start somewhere. And just like driving, certain things you have to do over and over and over and over for you to improve, for your standard to improve, for your level of expertise to improve on that thing. But if you don't drive, if you never drive, it's like a person who got a driver's license 10 years back. You can't trust that person to give that person a driver's license, and they've never driven since they got a driver's license, and give them a car and expect that they will just, those people have to refresh. They have to get refresher classes to remind themselves about what happens when they get into a car, So it's the same as doing anything, starting anything. For you to be good at something, you need to start somewhere. You need to start. There's certain things that you don't know about that. There's a lot of things that I didn't know about YouTube before I started. There's a lot of things that I discovered once I was in, because I had to figure out, how do you do this? How do you do that? There are things like thumbnails. Yes, even though I hardly do any work on my thumbnails now, but when I do get somebody to edit my videos, that person will have to help me with thumbnails. But I didn't know that there were such things as thumbnails before I started my YouTube channel. So all I'm trying to say is that start, and everything else will fall into place as you go, because nobody is perfect when they start. It's like when you want to register to study, you have to start in first year, and you have to start with the first month for you to get to the last month of your fourth year or your third year. That's how it works. So as you go, you get good at this, you move to the other, you move, you improve. You discover new things. I can do it like this. I can change and do it like this. That's how the world works. But you have to start. If you don't start, you don't get to that point where you are an expert. Somebody was talking about how we should stay only for 3 years in a job, because the first year you learn, the second year, you're improving, the third year, now we call you a specialist, you're an expert in that job that you're doing. There's nothing more new that you can learn, but you cannot become an expert if you are not a beginner first. You have to be a beginner and work your way towards being an expert. So that's my message today, to say, start now. Start, and then the rest will fall into place as you go. Don't wait for a perfect time. There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a perfect time. The time that exists is the time where you start, and you will improve from there. I hope this has been insightful, and I hope to see you on the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Remember, I need to get to 500 subscribers, so that I can now start getting somebody to edit my videos. I hope you enjoyed what I shared, and I hope you're going to start